Hello. This is Lori Coltrup with Thriving with Food Sensitivities, and I'm really happy that you're here today. We're going to talk about headaches. Do you have headaches? Some people have headaches every day. Some people have migraines a couple times a week, and they're debilitating. And I want to talk about a secret cause of headaches that a lot of people might have and they don't know it. Some of the worst headaches I have ever had is because of food. The worst, absolute worst headache I ever had was caffeine withdrawal. I had decided I was going to stop drinking caffeine, and my headache was bad. Chuck's was in bed crying headache. The second worst headache I had was a sugar detox. Oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell. I put content out every week, and I hope it's really valuable to you and that you can use it. So anyway, if you have headaches, I never really thought much about food sensitivities and headaches until I married Chuck, and we'd been married a while. He had had migraine type headaches every day. He just learned to live with them, and nothing helped. So he just smiled through them. We got him down to about 2 or 3 a month by doing an elimination diet. He stopped eating gluten and dairy and sugar. I mean, only a little bit. And it really helped him a lot. But he was still having 2 or 3 of those migraine type headaches a month. So we decided to try a food journal. And I couldn't find one that I liked, so I created one. I created it for you. You can get it on the first page of my website, loricoltrup.com. Super cheap. And it's electronic and paper, so you can use it however you want to use it. So I created this food journal, and we found out what was the cause of his headaches in 3 days. 3 days. Tomatoes and garlic. Yeah, we love Italian food. So 3 days later, he stopped eating tomatoes and garlic, and it's been so much better for him. He maybe has one a month, and he chooses to have those headaches when he has them. You know, now that I think about it, I did have a lot of headaches growing up. I had sinus headaches. But once I got off sugar, dairy, and gluten, I stopped having sinus headaches. It's amazing what it can do. Dairy can cause congestion. So can grains too, and sugar. But dairy was the really big congestion causer and the causer of my headaches. So if you're suffering from headaches and your doctor says everything's okay, we don't know what it is, try an elimination diet. Remove all trigger foods for 4 weeks and then add them back 1 a week. The reason I say that 1 a week is because some people have reactions that are a couple days after they eat the food, and if you start adding more, it makes it very difficult to figure out what's going on. So for now, go grab that food journal and journal what you eat. You might be able to figure it out that way. Chuck's was like an immediate response to tomatoes and garlic, and we were really excited to find it out that fast, but he was already eating a really clean diet. Don't just think about the meal you just ate, though. Think about the meals you had yesterday. What you need to do with the food journal is write down everything you eat and drink, and then your symptoms. But you'll see when you look at the food journal, it's amazing. All right, here's the nuts and bolts. IgG food reactions can cause your body to produce antibodies against a food. It's weird, yes, but your body produces antibodies to foods. That's why you get the inflammatory response. An inflammatory response in your brain can cause you a headache. Very interesting. I get terrible joint pain when I eat grains and dairy. But seriously, it's not considered an allergy. It's considered a sensitivity. You can get a Everlywell IgG test. You can either get the 96 or the 200 and something. I suggest getting the big one, because if it's something like cilantro and you want to know, you got to find out. Don't waste your money. It's not twice as expensive to have the large test done, and you can do it at home. Before you start an elimination, write down every single symptom that you have. That's the only way you're going to be able to find out if what you're doing is helping. Because we're not just going to help your headaches. We're going to help other symptoms too. But back to the headache studies. There's a study that showed that 75% of people in a migraine group no longer had regular migraines after doing an elimination diet and removing those IgG reactive foods. 75%. So let's see what foods you might be sensitive to. Medically, there's some foods that you might be sensitive to that you don't even know. Food additives, nitrates and nitrites, MSG, aged foods, aged cheeses, excuse me. But your best bet is to do an elimination diet or food journaling and an elimination diet along with the IgG test. So that's your 3 things. Get the food journal. It's $4. Just grab the food journal, do the IgG test. I'll have links in my blog that you can look at. I think the IgG test is 35% off with my link, so check that out. And then do your elimination diet with your food journal. So I hope this helps you. And if you need more help, I do coaching, so give me a buzz. Go to my website, LoriCoultrup.com, and I'm here for you. I look forward to seeing you. Feel free to hop into my group called Thriving with Food Sensitivities on Facebook, and I will see you.